do you want to grow as like a gaming creator? Is that what you want to be known for, or is there something else you'd rather be known for? Because wouldn't you want to make videos like that instead?
If I had the chance now, if I had the ideas, I'd still be making vlogs. If I had the motivation to think of some crazy ideas every week, week in and week out, I'd be making the vlog. But at the same time, I do at the end of the day enjoy playing video games a lot, and I don't really get the chance to unless I'm streaming.
Hmm.
So yeah, if I get the chance to pop off in either way of those, then I'd be happy to. I mean, I just brought the vlogs back, uh, kind of part time,
Hmm.
not fully every week yet, but we're starting to get back into the swing of things.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because I don't know. I think it was. I must have listened to some Colin and Samir long term video because they love doing their podcasty episodes that are like an hour and a
Yeah.
half, 2 hours. And I that one of the videos that question was kind of brought at me where it's just like you don't want to really get big doing something you don't like and then be forced to keep doing
And be
that
stuck
thing.
with it. That's right.
Because
Yeah.
you could always then change what you're doing, but your audience kind of gets grown doing the one thing you really want to do or you don't want to do.
That was that was a big issue with some creators like the Diamond Minecart or Sunday.
Mm.
They were playing Minecraft, but Minecraft started to fall off. So the viewers are going away, but the audience they still had was based on Minecraft. So when they're trying to reach into games like Fortnite or anything else, they were running into a lot of problems because that's not what those people are there to watch.
Mm. And then they both had
So
their own avenues of fixing that. Like you see Sunday now, all he does is follows what the kids want. He's kind of turned himself into that kids channel, and whatever is the
yeah,
most popular game, he does. So he did Minecraft, and then he jumped over. He did Fortnite. Well, that was the big thing, and now he still does Among Us. Because for whatever
what
reason,
does he really?
I'm almost positive he's still doing Among Us, unless he's
Oh
changed again.
gosh,
I mean,
I have no, I
I
haven't
can
checked in
check
on
real
him.
quick. Last time because I'm still, I don't know why I'm still subscribed to him. I don't watch any of
I'm
his.
sure I am too. I don't unsubscribe from anybody. You just like get filtered out of my front page.
What does he? What does he do now? He does a mix of Among Us and Roblox.
Oh gosh, he really fell off.
Dude, man, I loved Roblox as a kid.
As a
It's
kid, is the
no,
asterisk on
but
it.
here's the thing: it was such a good game growing up, but
Back then, it was.
when it boomed, it busted to me. Once,
Yeah.
I think the last like really popular game that I like played before I stopped playing Roblox altogether was like Operation Jailbreak. But that's when that game was like in its early like first year, and then it became so microtransactional, and they became a tradable company and
Mhm.
all of that, and it's just I don't know. It feels it's not the basic game I grew up on. It's too
No,
complicated.
it's and my little sister was asking her parents if she could get it, and they asked me because they knew I knew about the game. I instantly said no because the people on there now are they're freaks.
Well, or they're five.
Well,
Why not both?
surprise, yeah. There's more adults on that game than kids, and I promise you that. And that's the problem with it. That's why I was like, no, you're not playing that.
Though I did hear that they're going to be making an 18 plus filter on Roblox now. On some games.
Okay.
On some games. And I think it's
If it
because
happens, great, but
well, I think it's because of the horror games that keep getting super popular.
oh,
So they're gonna, you're gonna need your age to be verified before
yeah,
when you make an account, and then some games will just not be permitted.
I'd like that. I think that'd be cool.
Hmm. So let's talk about streaming a little bit. So you obviously you said you're going into streaming again now.
Yep.
What's your relation kind of been with streaming, in a way? How do I want to word it? Um, Obviously, you say you enjoy doing it. So what do you play?
I play mostly two games. I play Minecraft and I play a game called Phasmophobia. That is a very niche uh, group of people, but those people show up.
Why are you obsessed with that Phasmo game? I'm curious because I know you play it all the time.
I've always been obsessed with ghosts. Ghosts have
Mm.
always been. I used to be the kid that would be up at 10 o'clock on a school night watching ghost caught on tape videos, stuff like that. So once I found this game came out in COVID back in 2020, I was like, oh, this is something to try. Why not? It looks really cool, and it looked great compared to my Minecraft or Fortnite graphics that I was playing. So I tried it. I loved it. Got really addicted to it, and the rest is history.
I gotta imagine it's not just ghosts either. I think you've had this obsession with horror, the horror genre as a whole. Well, I mean,
Mm,
because you also do movies or short, not really movies, but like short skits. I wouldn't say skits, short
one
stories.
thing, one thing that people don't know is I tried to go to college for film production. I stayed for like a semester and dropped
Dude, I think
it.
what you tried, you moved in, you got
I moved into Bowling
denied.
Green. I didn't get denied. That was just the bullshit I told everybody.
Oh,
I left for health issues. I was there for a day and had a lot of health. I guess I should say mental issues more than health issues.
hmm.
So literally in one of the parking lots at Bowling Green, I applied for uh, a local community college here, back home,
Hmm.
and I went to that for a semester. But then they were teaching me things that I already learned in podcasts from filmmakers or watching YouTube videos from filmmakers and stuff. So I was like,
Right.
why waste money on this? I'm just gonna do it myself.
See, that's what I think because I was the one who was trying to get you to consider college because you're kind of on the fence on it, and I think I made it very clear to you that like the one thing is that it's all about making connections here. That's the one thing that's going to help you out is that you'll meet other people that do similar things. But if
Yeah.
you're there strictly to learn, you're not necessarily guaranteed, especially with any sort of content creation, because what they'll teach in colleges is kind of more old school Hollywood stuff rather than the new age stuff.
And that's exactly it. It's all been written in a book. A book takes a long time to write. So while you're writing that book, the world of film, the world of content creation or streaming or vlogging, whatever it is, it's changing. And so now you're outdated.
Right.
I think the best way to do film and what I've been taught is to just do it. Just anybody can do it. You can grab your phone and go make a film now. Tell a story. Make your own characters. Just do it.
Have you ever considered like applying to a bigger content creator and seeing if you could work for them?
If I have, it was very brief because I don't remember thinking about it.
Would you ever consider it? Because I know there's teams that are looking for interns all the time, and I mean, what's the best way to learn about the great world than through people who already kind of have it figured out?
That's true. That is a good point. I remember watching a video from Ludwig about how he made a whole separate YouTube channel to um to prove that it wasn't luck and it was purely skill. And that video was a little sus. He paid for a lot of things. He spent $50 just to get the video promoted on another stream anyway. But then just today, actually, I watched a video of somebody trying his route, but they did it just naturally. They just put their head into this content. They focused on it and they promoted it wherever they could and stuff like that. It took off. It worked. So that really like nailed the hammer on the head for me to like let's get back into this.
Right, but it also depends what kind of. If you wouldn't mind telling me, what kind of videos was this creator making on this new channel?
The first video that he posted that took off and the one that he was focused on was how the intro like the YouTube video intro was dying out.
Okay.
Channels weren't having intros anymore. I was like, that's interesting. Which is true. Because if you think about it now, Mr. Beast right into the video. Any creator you watch is like right into the video because people have such a short attention span now. If you're not catching your attention in the first 15 seconds or so of a video, they're gone. So you have to get going big. You have to start hot.
See,
You don't have time for a intro.
but that interests me a lot because that's been a thing for like at least the past 3 to 4 years. So the fact that topic can be brought up now and then get big. I don't know. It just maybe it's because I always do all this research on it, but that just kind of feels like common sense that it doesn't work no more. And I
Well, you would think it's common sense, but for the layman who's just watching YouTube to watch YouTube, he probably doesn't think about it that way.
yeah, I guess fair enough. And then you have me who's trying to pick out every single detail of the videos I watch, and then not do anything based off of what I learn. But that's
I'm the same way with movies. I used to go to the movies with my ex-girlfriend, and after a while, she hated going because I'd be like, "That's how they did this. That's how they did that. That's why the lighting's like this. That's why the camera's like that." It's just shooting out every that mirror. There's a camera behind it. Like I'd be calling out everything.
man. So you're telling me not to take you to the movies?
Correct. Yes. Don't take me to the movies.
Uh, you're you're something. I gotta imagine you be something. I've never gone to see a movie with you. To be fair, I'm just going based off of what you're telling me.
You haven't?
I don't think so. We went to the mall the one time, but it was like a Black Friday.
Yeah, that's right. It was Skinny, Ava, Lauren, Corey, Maddie, and I that went to a movie, but I don't remember what the movie
No,
was.
yeah, I know. I've never gone to a movie with you.
I wonder what that movie was. I can't think what it was now.
You a Five Nights at Freddy's fan?
That movie pisses me off.
Really?
It shouldn't be happening.
What, you think so?
Five Nights at Freddy's was amazing back in the day. The lore behind every game, 1 through 3, was when it was like, this is great. Stop at 3. Leave it there. Don't keep going.
Yeah.
'Cause then it all is like, then it's just, now you're just milking it for money.
See, I don't think it was ever for money, and here's why. Because I've listened to.
I don't think it was at the beginning.
I don't think
it
it
always
still. I don't think it still is. At least not.
Really?
Okay, so I've watched a few retrospectives, like really long videos talking about the franchise over the past few weeks because you need something to do while you're folding envelopes at work.
Fair.
I don't know. I don't want to just be using my hands for 8 hours. I need something playing. Apparently, that was the
Isn't that any male ever?
that was the plan, though. It was supposed to be 3, and that's it. And then there was a group that didn't like how it ended. They thought that the third game, gameplay mechanic-wise, kind of ruined the trilogy. Because they're like, oh, it wasn't that scary. So Scott was like, I'll show you scary. Made a 4th.
The 4th.
And then
in the house.
people kept, like, complaining. So he kept trying to add things, and then it became a franchise. And I think at this point, I wouldn't say it's for money. I think it's more just that it's a creative idea, and he's just at this point he's just expanding on it. He's trying to find any way, shape, or form to try to connect everything together, but it's never going to happen. At this point, it's gone so far out of his reach, and now with security breach, not really even being
Jesus.
well,
That game. Scott's not even in the Five Nights at Freddy's anymore. He left.
yeah, but even with security breach, there was the game that came out was not the game that was supposed to come out.
I hope not, because
that game was supposed to be similar to all the other games, not in terms of like the moving around part, but in terms of the scare factor and all that. And then they went for the age rating. So you can look in the files that so many things got taken out and the story just didn't exist because they took out so much because they wanted to make it a PG game. So now they're going to fix it with Ruin. Or at least try to make up for the scares that just disappeared.
Nah, I don't like the idea. If they go through with it and it's good, great. If they don't, then you're just digging yourself a deeper hole. So.
Fair enough. I think I got one more question for you.
Fire away.
When it comes to the video creation process, what's your favorite part?
Huh.
Is it scripting? Because I know you like to semi-script videos. You don't like to script things to a T, but you like to have a good idea of what's going to happen in your videos, which I think is probably the best way to do it. You have the main plot points, and then you kind of see where the story goes, and you kind of lead the story based off of it. Is it the actual filming of it that you like the most, trying to see the cool angles? Is it the editing that you like the most and really putting it together? Or is it just finishing it?
I think, because you're right, I never like scripted it out to a T, but I did always have there's always one main idea that like you knew what would go over with it. Like if you look at my video from when we went to Helltown, Ohio, uh, we knew it was going to be a creepy video, so we made it a creepy video. We knew when we made the win under any means possible, the hide and seek bounty hunter video, we knew that was going to be like a chase, so we emphasized a lot of different angles and what people were thinking and stuff like that. Or if you look at Deal or No Deal, like we knew what was going to happen, but we didn't know how everybody was going to react. So there was always that overall idea. I really think, to answer your question finally,
You're fine.
I,
I love
I,
listening
I,
to
re-
you. You're good.
I really think my favorite part is when we're filming it, knowing exactly how it's going to play out in the edit. So it's when you're filming, you can already picture the edit. That's the best part.
Oh yeah, because that's less work.
Not even that. It's just like you can see how the moment's going to be funny, or it's going to hit, or it's going to make you emotional, or something along the line. Like you can see how it's going to hit as soon as you're filming it, even if it's like unrelated or something. It works great. That's my favorite part.
I
Like for example,
no.
I was streaming yesterday, and in that stream, I'm now able to make two YouTube videos based off that one stream. I'm not going to spoil anything. Obviously, you'll have
Please
to
don't.
check it out once it happens. But it just naturally happened. But then I could instantly see from the very moment it happened how I can turn that into an edit and how I can make it resonate with people.
Yeah, I gotta mention. Yeah, that would be very nice. I don't
Mhm.
know. I feel like more enjoyable than that is just simply being in the moment for myself. I feel like a lot more videos would happen with me personally if I knew somebody else was doing the editing for me. Um,
That's 1000% true. That's I remember uh, the going away video I threw for my old friend Gabe when he was going off to college. There was a moment where I brought out a wiffle ball bat and we're smoking marshmallows over the house and stuff. And a little skinny steps up to the plate and he smacks it right back at my face and it hit me right in the face. I remember just I didn't even realize Gabe caught it on video, but as soon as I saw it on the camera, I was like, yes, like living it like I was living in the moment, and it turned out great on camera.
yeah, I don't know. It's something about, yeah, like you said, just living in the moment and then looking back at those memories. But
Hmm.
when you when you get forced to kind of edit it, it you get put into the situation where you don't want to just post it as is because you know it's not gonna follow
Yeah.
any algorithm or it's not gonna help you grow. But then that comes that moral dilemma of, is it just for me or is it to help me later? And if it's for me later, did you really enjoy the moment as it was, or were you in the moment trying to think of ways to make the video better?
And I think that's one of the reasons why I still am very low in subscribers compared to a lot of a lot of big YouTubers and a lot of big streamers because they really focus on playing the algorithm, getting their videos to the point where they get views. But when I was vlogging or when I'm streaming most of the time, it's typically about just being in the moment, hanging out with chat, hanging out with friends, just doing what we do, but at the same time capturing the memory on camera.
Yeah, yeah. I completely understand. If you're gonna be making, obviously, you're gonna be making more videos. Have you incorporated any new like editing techniques, or plan on coming up with new editing techniques to try to make it, I don't know, modernize your videos a little more?
I haven't really thought about the editing aspect of it, but I have improved quality of them.
Mm,
Just first off, learning how to edit over the years, obviously.
right.
But I just fairly recently, in the span of my content creating career, I got a nice camera with a nice microphone, so it's going to be crisper. It's not going to be filmed on my iPhone anymore. Uh, my laptop, I started streaming with the webcam built into my laptop, but now I'm using an actual like
Guilty.
nicer webcam. I used to use a little microphone on the side of my headset, not this one specifically, but then I got the same mic you're using, the Blue Yeti, and then moved up to the HyperX Solo Cast. So it's all coming together. I don't need the fancy stuff, but it's definitely making life a little easier.
All right, all right. Well, this was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess last thing before you go, what's something you want to tell yourself 1 year from now?
Ooh, one thing I want to tell myself
Yeah.
1 year from now.
So if you were to see this video anytime in the future, at least a year from now, what do you want to tell yourself?
Be happy you didn't quit, because it was all worth it.
Wow, that's going to be really depressing if you do.
I really can't quit now.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you, obviously, for Mr. Blake for wanting to be here. And I don't know. While this may not be the style of content I'm always going to be making, I just thought this would be a good conversation to have because this is one of the few people that have kind of inspired me with content creation. There was him, and there was one guy in elementary school because you don't really know that many people. I don't know. I never grew up with a lot of people who did content creation and treated it seriously. So
No, I was always the kid when I was in. Not to keep going.
No,
you're going. Sorry.
That's the audience.
I was always the kid in school. Like, oh, you're the YouTube guy. Oh, you made a new YouTube video, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool though. At the same time.
All right. Well, we're gonna fade away now. Can you join me? Can you get off the screen? Can you get off the screen?
Maybe.
Come on.
Maybe.
Almost there.
Oh, hi, Maddox.
It's such a dumb way to end it, but I always
Yeah,
love to do it.
that was kind of stupid. We should probably never do that again.
I always do it though. That's what's funny.